Yeah, I know we briefly spoke in the DMs. I was just wrapping up another call, but
Okay.
yeah, man, maybe just give me a bit of context. Like, what are you looking to achieve at the moment?
For sure. So currently working a SaaS B2B offer, selling into like C-level directors, closing quite well, but always room for improvement. A lot of deals tend to fall off between like the director going to his business partners or the owner, and the deal tends to fizzle out a little bit there. So
Okay.
just trying to improve the closing percentage where I can.
So you sell to multiple stakeholders, like you don't sell
Yeah.
to the sole decision maker on the first call.
No, not really. Sometimes, but typically it's a marketing manager, sales manager, then they get the director involved, and then we try to come up with it from there. I've done a couple of one call closes, but primarily it's a two, three call close.
Hmm. How much and how much is the software package?
Two packages, 12.7 AUD or 5.5 AUD.
12,700
Yeah,
or 5,500. Okay, cool.
correct. Yeah.
So what gives you the impression I might be able to help?
Came across a couple of your videos. I know you've done a lot on the B2B or on the B2C space, high ticket obviously as well. But
Okay.
yeah, picked up some good sort of tips and tricks from the videos.
Okay.
Looking at a couple of other people in the sort of high ticket space as well on YouTube, call recordings and stuff like that. But yeah, just got some good tips from you on the YouTube videos. Was able to implement them into a couple of my calls, so
Oh,
I
cool.
thought why not reach out.
Which ones? What did you implement?
Oh, I don't know which exact ones. In terms of calls, I've watched a couple of them, a couple of your call breakdowns. What did I even mainly discovery questions, pain questions, sitting in the pain, not letting them move on without exploring that pain, a couple of the
Mm.
reframes as well.
Okay.
So yeah, a couple of nice tips and tricks.
Because yeah, full transparency, and it might be a deal breaker, it might not. I don't know if you know this, but I have sold B2B, but it was
Hmm.
always to the decision maker. I've
Yeah,
never done multi-level, multi-stakeholder selling,
yeah,
FYI. I'm sure that some of the things I teach can apply to it, like you
yeah.
said. But is that not a conversation killer from your end? The fact I haven't done the type of sales that you're doing?
No, definitely not a conversation killer. I'm open. Always ways to improve. If you've done B2B before, I'm sure you have some tips and tricks. So yeah, happy to still have the conversation.
Okay, cool. So what's the goal for you? Like by getting better at sales, like what do you want to be making?
In terms of revenue,
Your income.
yeah. Realistically, I could be making 20K a month. I've hit it before in the role, but consistently 20K a month is where I'd like to be at.
Okay. And where's the average at right now?
10.
Okay, cool. So in terms of getting to that point, what like have you worked with any mentors in the past?
No, no mentors in the past. Just a lot of sales training videos, changing out what I do, trying to get better, call reviews, but no actual mentors in the past. No.
Okay. Why not just keep doing what you've been doing? Why look at getting or potentially getting a mentor now?
Accountability is always good. Sticking to the goal and picking up some tips and tricks.
Well, accountability in what sense? Like, what does accountability mean for you?
So my goal of 20K,
Hmm.
making sure that there's someone there holding me to that goal, and for myself, not letting that slip.
Holding you to it? Like what? Like giving you a slap on the bum if you don't hit it? Like what are you talking? Like give me an example of what sort of accountability you want.
Uh, in terms of like sales call reviews, I'd like that. Just following a strict sort of stringent process, not letting them on the call get away with maybe not giving me that pain point. Um,
Mm.
not letting that call slip as well. And having someone there in the background that I know I'm adhering to, that I've invested in myself that I'm going to hit this goal consistently every single month.
And how long have you been on this offer for?
I've been working here about a year and a half.
Okay, cool. So what's I guess like prevented you from getting professional help over the last year and a half?
Just trying to do it myself, trying to hit this goal myself. I've got close a couple times, hit it once, um, and yeah, I've been trying to do it myself. Seeing some success 1 month, then it's maybe dropped off the next month. Seeing some success more the next month, and then it's dropped off a little bit as well. So I've been kind of going through little peaks and valleys for the last, I would say, year and a half.
Okay.
And now I'm at the point now where I'm looking to invest in myself and sort of consistently hit this goal.
What shifted for you?
Trying for the last, like really hard for the last maybe 6 months. I've been really looking at call reviews, dialing in my call reviews, changing what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, tonality, trying to get better. And I thought, why not? Why not get professional help to get a little bit better at this? Hopefully, fast track it as well. But yeah, over the last 6 months, having not got that consistent 20K goal,
Mm.
something has to change in order to hit it.
Okay. And what is it about hitting 20K that's like it's a round number? That's cool.
Hmm.
But what's the relevance of 20K a month?
I've done it before, so I know it can be done. And it's not too unachievable in the job with hitting 20K consistently every single month. Ideally, I'd love more, don't get me wrong, but I think in terms of deal cycle and how many deals you can bring in every single month, 20K comms is a good number that I can hit.
Yeah, but like cool. It's a good number that you can hit, but like what does it actually change for you? Like cool. If you're at 20K a month, like what's the relevance of getting to 20K a month other than it just being a nice number to hit?
Being able to do more, being able to have double income for myself.
Do your prospects talk to you like this?
Sometimes some are cold, some are really open, some are nice, some aren't nice. Sometimes you got to probe a little bit
Yeah.
to get the answer that you want. But yeah, I suppose 20K for me, like it's going to change a lot. I think if you're doubling your income every single month, it's going to change quite a lot. You can do a lot more. You can save a lot more. Life opens up a little bit more when you got more money, right?
If a prospect gave you that answer, would you accept that?
Probably not.
Why not?
I would like them to go a little bit deeper
Why?
to get their actual goal in terms of what they're looking for, what they're really looking to achieve,
For what purpose?
to uncover what the motivation is behind getting to that goal. It helps them realize, and it helps me because I know their actual goal and what they're looking for.
And if it helps them realize what they actually want, why is that beneficial for them?
Because they can see it, they can envision it, they can sort of feel it. They're saying it to themselves as well. It becomes real, not just something that's maybe in their head or that's a thought that they've thought of.
Which will help them do what?
Get to where they want to be.
Cool. So do you want to get to where you want to be or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So why are you being vague?
I'm not trying to be too vague, to be honest. I'm really not trying to be too vague. But in terms of 20K a month, what it means for me, like it means quite a lot for me. Um,
Like what specifically does it open the door for you? What does it allow you to do that you can't right now?
it allows me to have more freedom. It allows me to have more money in my bank account, more savings, a nice sense of achievement as well in terms of having a goal, getting to that goal, hitting that goal consistently every single month. Um, yeah, it gives me more motivation as well to really work on my sales calls, getting better, knowing that I'm consistently hitting this goal, and then hopefully reach for some more once I hit that number consistently.
Okay. And when you say freedom, in what sense?
In terms of freedom, anything like it can be holidays, it can be able to travel home some more to see my family.
It can be anything. What do you want it to be?
For me, to be honest, it's just more money in the bank account for me in terms of freedom. It allows me to do so much more. Um, with my life, I can do more trips. Like I can go home a lot more to see my family. My family's back home in Ireland, so it's not cheap to travel home. But I'd like to go home a little bit more than like once a year, also to see them too.
So why don't you go back home more than once a year at the moment?
Because I don't have that freedom at the minute with hitting my sort of peaks and troughs in the job.
Okay. So is it just more money in the bank or does it actually allow you to see your family more? Like,
Yeah, no, 100%. It allows me to see my family more. More freedom means I can see them more. Means I can do more here as well. Yeah,
okay. Because like just time out for a second. Like I'll do a bit of coaching while we're on this.
for
Like the
sure.
reason I break that down is because what you just said, which I don't think you did on purpose. I think it's just a unconscious thing, but a lot of people do this, is they'll give conflicting statements. Oh, it's just more money in the bank, and it's also would allow me to see my family more. The reason prospects give you something like, oh, it's just more money in the bank is because they want to minimize their goals, because they want to protect themselves, because they think if they're too open, if they're too vulnerable, you as a salesperson will charge them more. That's actually what goes on in their mind. So, like, is it for you, like, just all cards on the table? Is it, yeah, like, cool, 10, 20K, it doesn't change my life. It's just more money in the bank, more investments. Like, it's not really big of a deal. Or does it actually, like, help, like you said, give you more freedom to see your family, to do things that you actually want to do? Which is it?
Yeah, no, 100% it's the latter. It's more freedom to see my family, and it's a goal I know is achievable personally. I know I can do it. I have done it before. So I want to see myself hitting that every single month. It's something I know I can do. So it's also that sense of achievement as well, and the freedom, seeing more family, and also more money in the bank account. It's all of the bullet points you mentioned there.
Okay. Something I'm still not convinced on is why you're seeking help with that if you've already hit it yourself. If you've already hit it yourself before, why not just do what you did that month and do it again?
I've tried. I have tried 100%. I've tried for the last since I've hit that. I've been trying every single month
How
to
long
to
ago did you
continue.
hit it?
Would have been maybe November last year.
November last year.
Yeah, November last year.
Okay. So that's about a bit over 6 months.
Yeah.
When did you actually realize recently that you wanted to get outside help to get you to do that?
Maybe about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago.
Okay. So why didn't you do anything over the last 3 to 4 months?
In terms of like getting the outside help,
Yeah.
I was trying to do it on my own. I thought I could. I thought I could get there on my own with really breaking down my own sales calls and putting more time into it.
Hang on, just pause. So, so you realized 3, 4 months ago that you wanted help,
Yeah,
but then you still tried it on your own despite that thought?
yeah. I knew I wanted some help,
Okay.
but I was also like, let me try this on my own as well. Let me see if I can do it. And that sort of snowballed in. That led us to 6 months down the line. I haven't hit that goal consistently.
So, what's like, what's been the actual shift where you're like, okay, like now I will actually get help instead of trying it on my own?
Just fed up. Just fed up of trying to do it on my own for a couple of months.
Fed up?
Trying different.
What do you mean fed up?
Just fed up in terms of like putting a lot of work into it and then not getting the result that I'm looking for in terms of reviewing my sales calls, trying to get better, and not hitting that goal. So I got to the stage where I'm fed up and don't want to do that on my own, going around on the wheel, and going back to stage one to try resolve these things. So I need outside help to in order to do this, I feel.
What was the mindset behind trying to do it on your own first initially?
The fact that I hit it before, I thought if I'd done it once, I can replicate it again. And I was like, right, let's break it down. Let's see, can I really consistently hit this every single month?
Okay.
Because I know I've touched it before, and I was trying to do it every single month. Then from there,
So when did you realize you were fed up?
maybe about 2 months ago.
Okay. So what prevented you over the last 2 months from doing anything?
A bit of fear, I would say, on my end, fear of reaching out.
Fear of
Yeah,
being
mainly just fear,
close?
I'd say.
I'm just kidding.
What was the
No,
fear of reaching out? What do you mean by that?
just yeah, just overall fear of reaching out in terms of owning up to like sort of my own responsibilities in terms of hey, put my hand up and saying I haven't been able to hit this consistently. Bit of fear behind that, but then I got to the stage where I've sort of overcame that fear, and so there's nothing wrong with seeking outside help at all. So that's sort of
Fair
led me
enough.
to yeah,
Yeah, fair enough. It's I mean, I kind of got that sense, but it's cool that you're open about that. I'm not gonna like bite your head off for saying that. Like it's
you're
good
good.
you're honest about that because a lot of people aren't. They would rather just keep that ego and like, not reach out because they want to just be a lone wolf and figure it out on
Yeah,
their own. So it's cool. It's cool that you realize that. What were you afraid of? Like by reaching out?
probably the fear of reaching out was more was more scary than actually going and doing it, I suppose. So yeah, I would say just the actual fear and the thought of reaching out. Not
Yeah.
the fear of being closed or anything like that. Just the
Okay.
actual fear was worth.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, what is it about the reaching out that like, and I'm not having a go at you, I'm just genuinely trying to understand. Like, what is it when you were going to reach out, but that maybe fear came up? What was it that you were afraid of? Was it like judgment from the coach or you saying out loud, hey, I'm not where I want to be and admitting to that? Like, what?
Yeah, yeah, not so much judgment from coach because I'm more than happy to take on constructive feedback or a kick up the arse. I'm not afraid of that. Don't get me wrong. More so just yeah, just the fear of admitting that what I've tried hasn't been working out
Okay.
um and owning up to that. Yeah,
Okay. So you said you got fed up 2 months ago. Did I hear that right? Or was that more
yeah,
recent?
yeah. Probably about 2 months ago after going through this cycle of the last sort of 6 months of really trying to do it myself and break it down my sales calls and that not working.
So what shifted over the last 60 days then that had you go, okay, now I'm actually going to do something?
Yeah, I would say maybe coming across just a couple of real good videos like the ones you're posting on YouTube as well. Um, Coming up with them, looking at some testimonials as well. If someone else can do it and they've seen some really good results, why can't I?
Are you so how you've been in sales a year and a half or longer than that?
No, longer than that. This is my first like I've been doing it a while in terms of like account executive roles, but they weren't really too much like getting on a call and closing someone roles. They were a little bit different. But this offer, yeah, year and a half sales, probably like 2 years, I would say.
Okay. So let's say it sounds like you're past it, but let's say you continue to like let that, I don't want to say ego. Ego sounds a bit harsh, but I think you know what I mean when I say ego.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like let that ego hold you back and not get help and just keep trying to hit that 20K month that you hit in November. You know, you just keep that mindset and you keep going. And you stay at that 10K for the next 3, 6, 12 months. I mean, that's still over 6 figures a year. Like, why not settle for that?
Because I know I can do better. I know I can do better internally. I know I can do better. Having done better than that before as well. I know there's a lot more out there for me. I know that I let some small things go on sales calls when I look back at them, review them, and I
Mm.
say, "Well, I shouldn't let them go for that. I should have let them sit in that a little bit more. I should have done this differently." So I can see the things I need to do, and I don't want to sit in that cycle knowing that leaving work that day that I could have said this on that call, but I didn't, and I let them go, and that potentially affected my comms at the end of the day.
Kind of like how I'm doing today, yeah.
Basically.
Cool.
Look, I'll be fully transparent, like I said at the start of the call. I think I can help, but I haven't done multi-level sales before. I'm sure that a lot of the philosophy and tactics and psychology still resonates. But if
Mhm.
that's not a deal breaker for you, then I'd be happy to like help you as much as I can. And it would be pretty cool to actually like see your sales process because that would probably
Yeah,
make you better at teaching it for other guys as well. So yeah, I can walk you through like what we do and what that looks like if you want.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, cool. So the way we work is it's a 7,800 investment. Oh, by the way, before I go on, is that a conversation killer? Totally scared you off already, no matter what? Or are
No,
you
no, that's not. No, that's not a conversation killer.
okay, cool.
Okay, perfect.
So
Sounds
yeah,
good.
that's the structure and layout, my man. Any questions on that?
No, not too many questions. My main one would be the call reviews.
Okay.
Obviously, the modules as well would be great. I definitely review them, but the main thing for me would be breaking down call review structure. Um, yeah, that's the main one that I'd be looking for.
Cool. No objections?
No objections for me. The only one is payment. Can we split it up?
We can. But what's behind you asking?
Uh, just wanting to spread out payments and not take a big chunk. Not take a big chunk out of the account.
Yeah. Is that because you want to or because you have to?
Yeah, I probably have both. I have to and I want to.
Cool. Well, so is it have or is it want? Like, do you have the money? You're just not sure if you want to commit yet, or is it a case where you want to do this, you just don't have the full investment? Like, what's close?
No, 100% have the full investment, but financially for me, rent and stuff like that, it would be more viable for me to split up.
Okay. Is that from a place of like it's more comfortable, it's easier to split it up, or genuinely, if you did 7,800 right now, like I'm taking food off the table because I don't want to do that.
No. It wouldn't be exact food off the table, but it's rent and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, without adding like to the price or adding interest, we can do it over 2 months. So we could do like half today and half next month. Would that help you?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. What's 7,800 divided by two?
good question.
Pretty bad.
My maths isn't it?
900.
39. Yeah. Let me know. I sent it there. Let me know if it goes in.
Yeah, that's sweet.